Are you thinking of relocating to Charlotte? There's certainly been a lot of mistakes that buyers have been making. Before you relocate to Charlotte, there are a lot of things that you need to make sure you understand and think about. So today, I'm going to break it down into 5 very simple steps so that you have the best experience moving to Charlotte, North Carolina. Step number 1 is making sure you do your research and planning ahead of time. You need to understand the different neighborhoods in Charlotte. Each area in Charlotte offers such a unique lifestyle, which you'll want to make sure you understand before you choose where you want to live. Some of these different areas could be Uptown, SouthPark, NoDa, Ballantyne, or Lake Norman, just to name a few of the most popular ones. Also, when you're doing your research, you should take into consideration things like utility costs, transportation costs, and the different housing costs for these specific areas. In our video about the 5 most common mistakes, we'd really do a deep dive into some of the different costs and things to think about financially before moving to Charlotte. So be sure to go check that video out. One less common expense that you will want to make sure you think about is lifestyle expenses. No matter where you live, there will be a different type of lifestyle, from dining to fitness memberships to entertainment or just everyday expenses. So be sure that you're doing your research on different lifestyles that you should be expecting in different parts of Charlotte, North Carolina. Step 2 when relocating to Charlotte is making sure that you secure employment. You will want to make sure that you have a job before you move to Charlotte, or if you're self-employed, that you understand how you are building your business when you're here in Charlotte. There is a strong job market here in Charlotte, specifically around certain sectors like finance, healthcare, technology, and education. All of these different job sectors offer a significant amount of opportunities if you're looking for a job. A lot of these companies are international and will relocate their employees to Charlotte, as a lot of these companies are also relocating their headquarters to Charlotte. So let's say that your job lets you relocate. You will definitely want to think about ways to network and meet new people when you move to Charlotte. Living in Charlotte comes with a lot of benefits and a lot of reasons that make it an attractive city. One of the biggest reasons is that there are so many networking opportunities and such a great work-life balance for people who live in Charlotte. Before we continue, I want to give you all a warm welcome to the Living in Charlotte channel. We're here with the top relocation team in Charlotte, and we give the best videos about moving to Charlotte. So make sure you take some notes and don't be afraid to pause the video as you go. Step number 3, finding the right home for you. When it comes to finding the right home, you also need to decide if renting makes more sense than buying. For a lot of people, it makes tons of sense to rent a home in Charlotte before they officially buy something here. For others, they would never want to rent a home, so they would rather move here and buy something right away. And there are a lot of pros and a lot of cons to renting and to buying a home in Charlotte when you're relocating here. Be sure to check out our pros and cons of living in Charlotte video, as we do a deep dive into all of the great things that the city has to offer and all of the things that you want to make sure you're well aware of before you move here. I personally think that there are great reasons for people to rent a home in Charlotte before they decide to buy here, especially if you are not super confident in the area that you want to live in Charlotte. Getting a rental when you first move here may not be a bad idea. If something like school systems are important, or reinvesting proceeds from selling your current home in another city is important, then buying a home in Charlotte will absolutely make the most sense for you. A great real estate agent will be able to help you weigh out the pros and cons of buying a home versus renting one, depending on what your goals and what your wants and needs are when you're relocating to Charlotte. Our entire channel goes into everything you will want to know about buying a home when you're relocating to Charlotte. So be sure to take a look around and see what we have to offer if you're thinking about moving here. My name is Andy Griesinger. My team and I get calls, texts, emails, and DMs from people like you every day who are looking to move here. So if you're looking to make a move next week, next month, or next year, we would absolutely love to help you. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send an email to make your dreams of living in Charlotte a reality. If this is your first time here and you want to know everything about living in Charlotte, then be sure to subscribe and tap that bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know about updates in the current Charlotte market. Once you find the right home for you in Charlotte and you are ready to move here, be sure to be prepared for that move itself. Some people prefer to hire professional movers, while others prefer to move themselves when they're living in Charlotte. Personally, I think hiring professional movers significantly lowers the stress of the move, but you do need to make sure you choose the right company and understand if you will be getting a full service mover who packs and moves and unpacks for you, or if you would rather pack and unpack yourself to save a little bit of money and just have the movers transport your things to your new home. If you plan on moving yourself, make sure that you are coordinating with any rental trucks that you may need, getting all of the packing materials that you might need, and arranging for any assistance with loading and unloading those trucks, because that will save you a significant amount of time. And one quick pro tip, if you are moving in the summer and relocating to Charlotte in these summer months, be sure to start early in the day and be sure to drink a lot of water because it's going to be a very hot and strenuous day. Also, once you do move, don't forget to switch over all of your utilities and make sure you change your address with everything from credit cards to bank accounts to whatever your favorite shopping websites are too. Because of how spread out the city is, we've noticed that one thing that a lot of our buyers reach out about is that they want a specific house in a specific neighborhood that they've heard about. Many times, their dream home isn't actually available, but myself and my team take drastic measures to make those dreams come true. After so many of these requests, I personally invested in one of the most high-tech artificial intelligence tools to fulfill your needs. It finds houses based on your search criteria, the needs and wants that you have, and it matches specific homeowners who may be willing to sell their homes. If it's the perfect house for you, do you have to buy it? Nope, but it's just one tool that sets our team apart from everyone else in Charlotte. And we're happy to explain more about this tool when you give us a call. And finally, step number 5, which is getting settled in and getting involved in the community in Charlotte, North Carolina. Once you relocate to Charlotte and have your utilities transferred and you've gotten unpacked, you need to make sure you do things like registering your vehicle with the North Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles. You need to also make sure you get a North Carolina driver's license. You'll want to make sure that you have your new healthcare providers. You will want to, maybe meet some of your new neighbors and have your real estate agent give you vendors who can help out with things around the house. These will all make moving to Charlotte a much easier process and will just make it much more enjoyable getting settled into this new city. Once you are settled in, it will be important to join different clubs, join different organizations in Charlotte, and attend community events in Charlotte, North Carolina. These are the best ways to make new friends, meet new people, and start building a new community in Charlotte. There are so many local amenities that will be well worth exploring, and so many new restaurants that you can try when you are here. And when you go to those different restaurants, I always recommend go talk to the bartenders, talk to the wait staff, talk to the people sitting next to you. That way you can start learning some of the most popular places to go, or some of the coolest things to do and see, and some of the places that you absolutely must visit. If you're a working professional, be sure to look into different networking events or join different business groups so that you can start building out your professional network here in Charlotte. This is a very big city with a lot going on, and you will want to make sure that both professionally and personally that you are networking among individuals in the Charlotte community. Do you feel like you now understand some tips about relocating to Charlotte? Good. Because one of the reasons why we are the #1 relocation team in Charlotte, North Carolina is that we love when people reach out to us. We make a full plan for your visit and make it as effective and efficient as possible so that you can see for yourself if this city is right for you. And look, I know I'm a little biased, but I think it will be. So what we'll do is we'll schedule a call with you, hop on Zoom, and pull up a map so we can go over all of the areas that may suit your needs, down to the specific neighborhoods and streets that may work, while crossing off the list areas that simply won't be a fit based on your needs. Our contact information is in the description below, so be sure to copy that down. Get our email and our phone number so you can text us or email us to schedule that call. That way, we can hop on Zoom and develop a plan specifically designed for you. These are the little things that I knew nothing about before moving to Charlotte 10 years ago, and that you likely wouldn't have known about either. We'll also explain what to expect when you're looking at specific price points and areas. Now, speaking of price points in Charlotte, go check out the video about buying a home for $500,000, or go check out our video about what $1 million can get you in Charlotte for some great insight. So if you're ready to explore everything that Charlotte has to offer, be sure to check out our other videos and drop a comment on this video regarding any questions you may have about this list. We are always sharing new tips about Charlotte and our real estate market, and we would love to help you find the perfect home in this amazing city. If I didn't scare you away with this list, what are you waiting for? Let's start your Charlotte adventure today.